Hi everyone, welcome to this week's Make and Take craft. We are making little hanging mermaid twirlers today. They're pretty cute. You will need everything you might want to paint. Markers, crayons, colored pencils, something to color with, a glue stick, scissors, and you don't have to make your mermaid hanging, but if you do, you'll need a hole punch and some string. And then you'll also need a little mermaid. So that's pretty much all you'll need for supplies. If you stick around to the end, I'll give you your summer reading event code, and it's one of your last ones for the summer for your crafts. Anyway, let's get started. Okay. So the first thing I would do would be to paint. I used acrylic paint, and actually I mixed a white and blue to make purple. And I just painted that. I waited for it to dry. It took a while to dry, so I didn't want to do that during the video. So I've already got mine ready to go. So once it's painted and dried, the next thing that you'll want to do is color your mermaid. And I'm using colored pencils, but you can use whatever you want. This one has a pretty mandala design on her fin, so I'm being super careful when I color it. Okay, so I've colored my mermaid. Now I'm going to cut her out. I got this craft off of a website called Red Ted Art, and she's a blogger and she has lots of really cool crafts, so definitely check her out. Okay, so I've got my mermaid cut out. Now I'm ready for the glue. I'm going to glue her right in the middle, her torso. Right in the middle of my paper plate, and I'm using the side that would touch the table. So kind of the back of the paper plate. And then you want to put your tail somewhere to the left. You could do the right, but you'd just be cutting in a different direction, which is fine. You just want it a little bit to the side though, like that. Okay. And so we're going to cut this out, and we're kind of going to make like a whirl like that up to her body. So I'll show you what that will look like. And you can kind of, if you put your little tail to the edge a little bit, you can sort of make an edge when you cut it out. Okay, and so when I start cutting, it's going to be pretty thin and gradually get wider. It's kind of hard to cut a paper plate that has been painted, so you might want to ask a grown-up for help. Okay, and then when I get to about this part, I'm going to kind of start cutting up to her body. Okay, and now I'm going to cut sort of around her. You could leave this background if you wanted, but I'm gonna cut mine out. Okay, so now that I've sort of cut around her body, I'm going to cut down and sort of make a curve there, so it's like she just has a tail there. And then another thing that I could do is, since we've sort of put this overlapping the edge, I can cut this part out to make it thinner so that it doesn't stick out too much. Cool. Alright, so that's sort of what it will look like when you're done. And if you want to make this something that can hang, whoops, I forgot that. You can either use a stapler and staple string, or a hole punch if you have one. And then just sort of punch a hole in your mermaid's head. And string your yarn through. And there, now she hangs. Okay, let me give you your summer reading event code. It is Crafty Kid, CRAFTYKID, Crafty Kid. All lowercase, one word, Crafty Kid. Okay, well, thanks for doing your Take and Make Craft with me. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.